Here we go, Canas from Spain, Birkenkic from Turkey, they run off the Swede, it's Italian Davide Ongaro, it's the Portuguese Bruno Coelho, René Savoia from Bon France, Marco Barofalo from Italy, then it's two Spaniards, Daniel Parenti and Rob Battle, it's Hal Figueiredo from just over the road, I suppose, from Spain, in Portugal, Jose Miguel Sanchez from Spain, Oscar Bala also from Spain, Elliot Boots from the good old UK. Here we go, main final. Can Canas retain the championship? And they're away. And it's a clean start all the way down the field, actually. So this may go off in track order. And I'm pretty certain that the leader will be Canas, followed by Birkenkilic, who needs not to let Canas get away. These two weren't in the same semi-final, so they haven't raced with each other today, whereas the others have. Ronafalk in third. It's gone off absolutely in order. Ongaro in fourth. Coelho in fifth. Sixth is Savoia on his comeback, and there's an immediate problem for one of the cars, two of the cars. So Birken's gone, and so has Ongaro. So we've lost the 2 and the 4 straight away to accident. So Birken's gone out of this and he's dropped back in it, and so has Ongaro. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting change of event for a number of these cars. So the order is Canas. As you can see, Canas, Ronafalk, Coelho. And realistically, Canas already has a 2 or 3 second lead. So let's look at second and third, Ash, which is Ronafalk and Coelho, but already away is Canas, and away with both the person who was second fastest qualifier, Birkenkilic, and the person you most likely think you may be able to do something about it, which is Ongaro. Ongaro ended the first lap 12th. 12th place for Ongaro. It's now up to 9th. Boots still, I think, scored last. So he's not been able to do much from his last chance saloon position. This is second and third. Just to remind you, Canas is already 2.7 seconds up the road in a minute and a half. Not sure. This is not shaping up to be a classic, but you can never tell. Now, Ronafalk, it's the 2 X-ray drivers. Ronafalk holding, not holding back, he's obviously holding position ahead of Coelho. Ronafalk, the Swede, yellow into green, and then you got the orange over white as Coelho looks at the inside there of the tile section. Sweeping round underneath the scoreboard, and now on the short shoot down in front of the driver's stand. It's another 0.6 of a second gained by Canas in the last lap. He's looked particularly dominant really from yesterday onwards. He was one of 3 who were fast on Thursday. Now Canas really going. But second and third is where it's at as far as competition is concerned. However, at the front, laying down some ridiculous times is Canas. Though actually this time, the ridiculous time was laid down by the chasing pack. Ronafalk picked up another half second. So it's back down to 2.7 seconds. They're not taking it lying down. The X-ray team running together. I'm not sure this will mean that Bruno will be more circumspect and may just try and follow in Ronafalk's wheel tracks. They might have a gentleman's agreement not to hassle each other too much at the beginning of the race. Now, the one thing we don't know is fuel stop times, how long they'll be able to run. I think that both Ronafalk and Bruno now are on the FX engine. The Reds engine, of course, for Canas, who's leading now by 3 seconds again. Garofalo's in 4th, Ongaro's in 7th. Birkenkilic now has got 4th back. So Birkenkilic got 4th back, but quite a way behind Coelho. So Bruno in the orange, just losing a little bit now to Ronafalk. As Ronafalk begins to move a little bit away from him. Does Ronafalk have the basic pace to pull back a 3-second lead that one Carlos Canas has already? Many things can happen in a 45-minute final. Many accidents can happen. We're going to have lapping and everything else. That time round, Ronafalk did manage to find 0.4 of a second with a 35.2. So Ronafalk is looking quick. But can he keep it 4 wheels planted? He had tremendous bad luck whenever we followed him during the heat. Every time he just involved in someone else's accident. Ronafalk, European champion 2 years ago. World champion, 8 years ago now, I think it is. Second in the World Championships 2 years ago. Not quite so good. He's lost a couple of tenths in that one, I think. 35.4 was the time for one Carlos Canas. 35.6. Oh, and that's again a little bit flamboyant. Loses a bit of time. Wonder really now whether Bruno would be able to go quicker if he was free. But there's plenty of options still to come. Okay, so the lead at least is stabilised at 3 seconds. So we've not seen it going out ridiculously. Berkin-Kilic is 3.7 seconds behind Coelho. Garofalo further 4.5. And Ongaro is anonymous at the moment in 6th place. Oh, a little bit of bobble there from Coelho, but that's not going to cause him too many problems. It actually takes the pressure off the back of the car for Ronefeld. 35.5 against 36.0. So a little bit more eked out by Canas in that lap. 35.6 actually, it was 5.99. So you can't see Canas, he's there, he's ahead of them. You might see him now actually. There he is, powering out 2 corners ahead to go over the short triple. Behind, Berkin-Kilic is catching these two up. Garofalo isn't, and Ongaro isn't catching Garofalo. So currently, S-Works leading, and then 2 X-ray cars.
Car 3, car 5. In the 2 and the 3 position.
I don't think this is helping either of them, to be honest.
Car 7 and car 4, you are 5.
This is a little bit of a team disaster, not disaster, nightmare. And I think that Bruno may have pace or may not. I think they're fast at different parts of the circuit, so they're combining to make each other slower.
So everybody keep it clean, please.
I don't know how flexible the fuel strategies are, but one going a bit longer, one going a bit short, and seeing if you can get an undercut or an overcut might be an idea. 35.1 there, cracking lap for Canas, fastest lap of the race so far. 35.3 for Ronefeld, drops off now 3.6 seconds. Canas relaxing into this. Berkin-Kilic gained a 10th on Coelho. Garofalo 5 seconds back from that. Then it's another 2 second half to Ongaro. Parenti now in 7th. Baldo at 8th. It's Battle who's last, unfortunately, and then Boots. Battle's got a problem. He's way off the back. So Battle's had a problem running, but has lost the best part of a lap. Elliott running in 12th. Everything's a bonus, obviously.
So remember, drivers, when you come to the pit lane.
We are now coming up at 6.5. Oh, that little half error. 34.9. 34.9 by Canas. He's just absolutely put the afterburners on now. Picked up another 0.6 of a second on Ronefeld. And these two are where the action's at, because Canas is just disappearing. He's in a different postcode at the moment. He's really not into... Now Bruno's got through. I'm not sure whether that was a deliberate move or not. Let's have a look whether it's a chance to pass. No, he got decided not to close it off because it's his teammate. Made a kind of a half bobble error.
Fuel.
And they're in for fuel.
Just Bruno.
Just Bruno's taking fuel. So we'll stay with David and see how the under and the overcut goes. In for fuel at just on that 7.5 minutes. So they're not running long. Can you keep an eye on Canas? Matt, see when he comes in for fuel. He's not going to have another advantage on fuel, is he? So you kind of think with the same engine, Ronefeld will be coming in on this following lap from 3rd place. He was before the pit stop. And indeed he does. So Ronefeld comes into the fuel stop. Down he comes, picked up by Bayer, fueled in by Pierre Ronefeld. Seems a little bit long actually, that one. And out he goes. Where is he in relation to... I can't even see Bruno. Bruno's way ahead. Bruno way ahead there. Bruno's fuel stop time was a 41.4, including stopping. And Ronefeld, not yet in. Has Canas been in yet? No. Is he going in this time?
Yes. Canas coming in now.
So Canas comes in now. Let's just see if we can see him in the pit stop. There he is, picked up by the team. We'll go back to a different main camera. Everything okay, still running, so absolutely clean stop for Canas. He's already out as Ronefeld now behind Coelho. Berkin-Kilic gaining a little bit. Move forward to Coelho. Lap time 35.2. So Coelho now looks a little bit released. Now, interestingly, Coelho wasn't actually that much faster on his pit stop time, like 0.3 of a second. So he's made it with the kind of the ground speed running of the last couple of laps. Let's see what Canas's pit stop time inclusive was. 41.4 it was for Coelho. The pit stop inclusive time for Canas was 42.8. He lost 1.4 seconds there, so that's why the lead's now 2.4 seconds. And Coelho has just done the fastest lap of the entire event. He just lost a few tenths there. He just did a 34.858. But he's going to have to push more than he's ever pushed before. He got it down to 2.5. It's going to go up again after error just a couple of corners ago. still early days. Everyone I think's on the same stop strategy, even though Canas came in 2 laps later than Bruno. I think that's more a case to settle them down and separate them. Not necessarily any indicative nature of having a less commodious fuel tank ability. Looks like it's even English. Yeah, that little bobble really cost Coelho. 36.1 it ended with. So the good work of the previous lap undone is back to 3.2 seconds. 3.2 seconds is one mistake, so it's not. This is not over. And I do think that Bruno actually really does have possibly the pace to get back to Canas. Next time round, 35.4. Yep, he's going 4.10, 35.3 against 35 flat, and he's made another mistake, and that's a big one. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, and he's dropped that behind Birkin-Kilic. So this is the problem. When you're absolutely at 101%, these problems are going to happen. So there's 2, 3 and 4. Birkin-Kilic now back up to 3. 34.7. So the fastest lap of the race has now been taken by Birkin with the Mugen. It all went wrong for him in this race on the first lap here where he rolled out, and then of course any accident in the first lap cost you so much more time. Ongaro is now still behind Barufalo, and Barufalo 7 seconds back on this man. Birkin-Kilic, who's that?
Battle's lost the wheel. He can't buy good luck.
Battle's having a nightmare. Wheel off, run back in. He won't be winning his 4th European Championship. Interesting, there's 3 people who started this race who could have won a 4th European Championship. One of them is in 2nd, that's Ronefalk. The other one is in 11th, which is Renault Savoia. I think there was another little error there from Bruno. So Bruno has that pace, needs to keep his head together. It's 5-second lead now for Canas. This is 2nd and 3rd, which is Birkin-Kilic and David Ronefalk. 12 minutes gone. Ongaro, if he's going to start doing something, he needs to start doing it soon. Best lap for Ongaro is a 34.8. He has got some pace. Mistake there by... Who's that a mistake by? That was a mistake by Birkin, sorry. They're so similar colours. So Birkin now in 3rd. Made a mistake. And there's the 4th place man. Ongaro's now cleared Barufalo. So I think could be important for his chances to come back into contention. So I think 2nd place is still completely open. I really do. I know it's currently owned by Ronefalk, but I think 2nd place is completely open. I don't think the win is completely open, but I've been wrong many, many times before. We're not even a third of the way through the race. Canas still not one accident, not one big incident ahead. But he is looking totally in control. Ronefalk now has a very nice, clear 2nd place by 3 seconds. Between these two is Coelho chasing down Birkin-Kilic. And to be honest, if Birkin finished 3rd and all the family got was 1 podium position from this race, it would be a poor reward for what could and should have been this morning. Round they go. Ongaro, he's back 4 seconds from these two. 34.8 last time round. Fastest man on the track is Ongaro. Perhaps the tyres are coming in. He also made a mistake on the first lap that cost him dearly. He dropped all the way down to 12th. Had to work his way back through the field. Lead stabilising at 5.6 seconds. Ronefalk was a 10th faster this lap. He was a 10th slower last lap. He is the same speed as Birkin-Kilic and Ongaro. They're all doing 35.1, 35.2 at the moment. This is the problem when you get a high-class field. They're all high-class racing, new high-class speeds. Birkin now looking to stretch it out again. Even Birkin we found out, I didn't realise, it doesn't use a headset. So obviously he must have done telepathic way he knows when they're coming to the pits.
Canas coming into a lot of traffic now.
He's going to be helped. Canas is going to traffic, but he's going to be helped through by our referee. Where is Canas at the moment?
In the middle of the track.
Let's pick up Canas. He's at the hairpin now and about to go over the big jump. Number 1. Let's see how he deals with the traffic while everyone else is kind of trying to catch him up. And the traffic is initially ahead of him. And it's going to be the 12 car first of Oscar Baldo. At that round, I don't think he lost any time at all at that, so he's not lost any time straight away. Baldo, he's got Baldo, Savoia, and Jose Miguel. What happened there?
Accident right in front of him.
He got away with it. That's all right. So now he's got Savoia ahead of him. And Savoia must know it's the leader, moves out. Great driving by an experienced racer there. And now it's one of the youngsters, Jose Miguel Sanchez. And he's very, well, I thought he'd be very polite. He's looking to open the door any second now. Do you know it's there? He's going to go wide here. Oh, because he combines it with a pit stop. That's clever thinking by Sanchez. We are now 15 minutes down. Got Matt watching the pit entry. So Canas in that time round did lose a few tenths.
Ronnefeldt pits.
So Ronnefeldt's gone in before
Bruno wheelies in.
No, they're both
Ronnefeldt's out. Bruno's out.
So they've gone back onto the same lap with enough separation. Canas, we're waiting for him to take his second pit stop. Ongaro is getting a bit closer to that battle for second. Three-way battle, it's going to become a four-way battle for second. Another battle for first. Canas is extending. I think Canas might even have a pit stop in hand at this rate. He's gone a lap further than everybody at this point. 6.5 seconds ahead. It's going to be further now because Ronnefeldt was in the pits last time. Ronnefeldt gets a big M for missing. It just means a big M for being in the pit. So Canas and the Reds engine looking perhaps to have a couple of laps in hand. This could become really important later on. If he can save a stop, it's going to make it almost impossible for people to beat him. 42.7, 42.2 for Ronnefeldt's pit stop. Is he going in this time? He had to look about it. Had to look about it. There he goes, down to his team. A bit of a double pick-up. A little bit slow that seemed, but that's absolutely fine. And he goes, and kind of launched into traffic. Well driven again there. I think that was Savoia again being very, very heads up. So let's see when he completes his lap what that's going to say. Buffalo's coming for his second stop. Ongaro still looking quick, to be honest, in comparison to everyone else, with the exception of this man here, Canas. Boots looks like he's missing. Looks like we've lost Boots to a technical issue. So over the corner, and Canas now does his missing lap. Oh, there he goes. And his lap time for a pit stop was a 43. Yeah, but a second slower than the others. But he doesn't need to be fast. Ronnefeldt now 4 seconds behind. Okay, let's drop back to Ronnefeldt. So just hold at the nice open shot. And let's just look back to Ronnefeldt. There he is. He's got back to. He's got all that traffic ahead of him now. So there's Ronnefeldt about to go for the big jump with buckets and buckets and buckets of traffic oh my ahead of him. So he now will have to be helped out, hopefully by Mark. He's managed to pull out 4 seconds now on Birkenkilich, and what you need to actually do, can you just hold at this point? Why? Because actually Birkenkilich and Ongaro are right together. In fact, they're not, because Ongaro's got past. So let's have a little look at that. Ongaro? No, it's not. They are together. Right. Okay, here we go. Right, it's Kilich. Right, the three of them are now together, which is Kilich in third, and then Bruno in third, and then Ongaro in fourth. No, third, fourth, and fifth. That's it. I'll get there in the end. It's hot. So they're battling away there, Kilich and Bruno. Fastest car is probably actually Davide, but he's got to try and get past them, scrape himself up on the podium. And if he tells me if he's on the podium, he's really very happy, I won't believe him. I genuinely won't believe him. This is the one he needs. He wants to win the European Championship. Never been a European champion in this class. Davide Ongaro. He's the third car in that shot. The car that's much lighter coloured, white and blue. The very orange car is Bruno Coelho, and the orange and white is mistake by Coelho. Fallen into the ditch, literally. So Ongaro makes another place, and the lad behind me is a member of the Ongaro clan, punches his fist, tries to hide it, but he punches his fist next to me because Ongaro's got a place up. So Ongaro now in fourth. Double reigning world champion, Davide Ongaro. Also has already won the E-Buggy Euros this year, so it's not like he's out of form. At the front, Canas keeps his 6-second lead over Ronnefeldt. He's scored 5.5 now. Birkenkilich is a further 5 back, and then it's Ongaro. So Ongaro in fourth. You can see Birkenkilich working like crazy to try and bring success at his home track to himself. In 2015, he was too young, and it was won by Elliott Booth. In 2019, he was the roaring favourite. But that's well done. He was the roaring favourite in 2019, but the weather got the better of his car, and he had to withdraw. I'm not so sure he was leading at the time, but certainly withdraw from very near the front of the race. That's not going to help him, but I think he has managed to stay ahead of Bruno. There's a huge amount of push going on. Canas, in fairness, is not getting much further away from Ronefalk. Ronefalk is kind of ebbing and flowing. It hasn't gone above 6 seconds. I've seen it. It's been 5.5, been 5.7, been 5.9.
He's had a few moments on two wheels and had to slow himself down.
Oh, Canas?
Canas on corners, yeah.
Canas obviously just finding the track. That's a good bit of information there, because what it means is that the track is changing and the tyre grip is changing, and he's having to adjust his style. I think Ongaro's a bit annoyed he made that mistake. He's stuck. Now he's got Bruno right behind him. It's not just the 2 or 3 seconds he lost. It's more the problem is behind him. Moves out to 6 seconds. 34.7 that time round by Canas, by the way. We are not at half distance yet. Ronefalk holding on gamely. Ronefalk, who for many a year was the king of bad luck, so he knows more than anyone else. You just keep on going in case someone else has a problem. The amount of times we've seen Ronefalk trudging back to the pits with his car when he was leading a race or doing particularly well. I particularly remember RCGP in America. He actually lapped Ongaro. He lapped Ongaro, and the lap after he lapped Ongaro, his car broke. The ones that saying, yeah, you can have that, but you can only have it for a lap. So that time round, 34.9 for Canas, 35.2 for Ronefalk, 35.3, 35.2. So Canas is the fastest man on the track. The other three, by the other three, I mean Ronefalk, Kilic, Ongaro, pretty similar speed. Bruno, who's in the back of this shot, also similar speed. Ruffalo's doing okay in 6th, but he's not really making an impression one way or the other on this group. 20 in 7, Hal Figueiredo in 8th, so those raft of changes have improved the car slightly. But he is against an absolutely, obviously, world-class field here. More needing to be lapped for Renault Savoia, but he's very, very good at getting out of the way. He's been at the front of these finals and knows how important it is for back markers to make way. Oh, there's been a mistake by Ronefalk on that lap. He's had a 3 or 4 second mistake, and now the lead's 9 seconds. Back on it straight away, but that is something he cannot afford. He cannot afford a mistake as he comes to halfway in the EFRA 1/8 Off-Road European Championship Final for 2024. Brought to you by X-Ray, Hot Race Tyres, Nebo Sport, S-Works, T-Works, Techno RC and RC1 Racing, and of course EFRA, the European Federation of Radio Automobiles, the governing body. This is the closest battle on the track. At least I think it is. I'm kind of wondering where Bruno's gone. Bruno's made his 3rd stop. So behind... Yes, that's a lapping. So I think we're going to see Ongaro come in the pits quite soon. Or is he running really, really long? No, pits for Ongaro. Down towards his regular refuelling team. Down they go. And Ongaro comes out of the pit. Quite a good bit of waiting there now. Has he just come out right behind Kilic? He's come right behind... I think he's come right behind Kilic, isn't he? Yes, he's made a bit of pace. Now he's right behind Kilic. So Kilic has had a slow one, I think. Or a slow in lap, I think he may have had. So they're right together. Behind them is the 9 car of Battle, who's laps and laps down, so he won't get involved. The lead is massive, of course, because this is the point, so that's 17 seconds. Canas hasn't made his 3rd stop. Looking to see who's coming out. Not a great stop for Ronefalk, 43.3.
Canas coming in.
41.4.
Canas coming in.
Canas coming in. Let's have a look at him come in. They're waiting to hold him. Everything looks fine. It's not flamed. Doesn't need to be rushed. Back to Ongaro running. I think he's running 3rd now. I might be wrong. Oh, he's just fallen behind Bergen again, isn't he? He's running 4th. Ronefalk won't be 18 seconds behind next time round, but he's still going to be about 11 behind. This is the closest battle on the track. This is why they're with it. It's a battle for 3rd and 4th. Quello slightly dropped now in 5th. So Ronefalk's lead will just drop down to, so Canas will drop down to about 11. To 42. There's not really very much now that Ronefalk can do about this, because it's going to take mistakes or a problem for Canas. And the lead is still very, very long, down to 12 seconds. But it's really a question now whether Kilic and Ongaro can catch up to Ronefalk and start making, weird little error there. I think by Burke and Kilic, almost like the car, he turned it, it overbit incorrectly, where they overbit again. So I think perhaps he's just finding a little bit of an odd tyre grip there, but that's put Ongaro through and into a podium position, I think, for the first time, or certainly for the first time for more than half a lap. So Ongaro now moves into third.
Now we have car 4 in the 3 position, car 2 in the 4 position.
20 minutes to go.
1, 3, 4, 2.
I don't think we're wearing our surprised faces about Canas being ahead.
And car 7, you are in the 6th.
And looking to retain the European Championship. Ronefalk has retained the European Championship. Boots has retained the European Championship. Savoy has retained the European Championship. So it's been done before.
11, 10, 6, 12, 13.
So this is going to catapult Canas into, I would absolutely say, red-hot favourite for the World Championship. He's won at Redovan last year, different track layout we'll have. He's winning this. He just seems to have a bit of a hoodoo. And it could be that Canas, we're beginning a bit of a Canassaissance, bit of a domination by the man. But you never can tell. This is the glory of Nitro racing. This could all be dispelled in about 2 seconds' time. There's something horrible about that. Ongaro, as you can see, is getting really close to Ronefalk now in the battle for second. This is like the classic Ronefalk-Ongaro battle we've been enjoying for the last 10 years, or 8 years at least. As they come round, the only disappointing thing is Canas, who's normally the third member of this team, is so far ahead of them all. Ongaro, with Ronefalk flashing ahead, just ahead of them. They're definitely on the same fuel strategy. I think everyone's on the same fuel strategy. Canas just running a bit longer, so you can have a shorter fill at the end. No one's risking going 9, which is the way you actually stop a stop. That makes sense. That time round, Ronefalk has clicked in with a 34.8 against the 35.2, so he's obviously seen that in the corner of his eye that he's got a little bit of a problem with Davide Ongaro, and he's catching up fast. Still ahead by 12, despite a not brilliant lap last time. The 36 flat is Canas, but a not brilliant lap is still very, very quick then. I think it may have been traffic. 35.5 now, he's crossed off again.
But you have just one faster car.
Trying to get the impression that Ronefalk and Ongaro are going a little bit quicker than 35.5, and Ongaro has certainly gained on Ronefalk on that lap visually. Yeah, 4.10. That's 35.6 for Ongaro, 35.2 for Ongaro, 35.6 for Ronefalk. So he's picked up 4.10. So it's target acquired as far as Ongaro is concerned. He comes down the short chute, turns up and over the small triple. He's got the switchbacks down. You absolutely see Ronefalk in the battle for second through the loop. And in fairness, Ongaro is looking a lot quicker than Ronefalk at this particular point. Then he's just suddenly waking up and suddenly, well, hey, I can pick up second place at my home track. There they all go. And that time round, 35.6 against 34.9. Yeah, 5 or 6 tenths. 35.6 also for Canas. I don't think there's enough time for Ongaro to get anywhere near Canas. Ronefalk seems to have lifted up his skirts and put a bit of a spurt on. So it's the X-ray chassis of Ronefalk with the team associated machine of Ongaro. He's gained another couple of tenths there. Now the problem is getting past might cost him a lot of time. Will they use intelligent pit strategy? Oh, and he had to back out because Ronefalk wasn't going fast enough down the straight then. 3.52, 3 more tenths that Ongaro gained on Ronefalk. The Viking under severe pressure now from the home driver. They're right together, and in avoiding an accident, have to back off. They've dropped Birkenkiewicz by 2. Bruno's had an issue. I think they may have pitted. They're now stopped, wait, tip. That's very polite. think they're almost being so polite with each other, they decide the best they can do is come second. And the good old vice champion sticker could be coming out again. But never forget, you haven't won anything in Nitro racing until you cross the line. And we've seen a lot of unreliability. A beautiful move there. And the home crowd loved that one. You just saw a little bit of weakness in Ronefalk as Ronefalk just clipped that barrier there, lost some drive, and look at this, nipped right up the inside. Superb driving by our reigning double world champion, but not ever a European champion. What can he do? I think his next thing he's going to do is stop for fuel very soon. Ronefalk does stop for fuel. Ongaro. There he goes. I think it's a problem. I think Ronefalk maybe missed a lap, which could cause us a bit of an issue moving forward. He has missed a lap on the timing, so Ronefalk's a lap better than it sounds like. So Ronefalk's not where it's saying he is. I think he may have just gone too far on one side as far as the loop was concerned. Oh no, he's run out of fuel! He's run out of fuel! Oh no, 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 and Ongaro is out of fuel and therefore out of the race. He's out of, they didn't run him over the, no, he's missing as well. Oh, no, 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 no. In the back to restart. Ongaro has gone. And it is Christmas come early for the Spanish racer Canas. Is he even going to get starting? And he's back out again.
Canas coming in for fuel.
He's lost a lap. Well, he lost a second or so. It doesn't matter. Someone's crashed on the pit exit. So we're with Ronefalk now. The problem we have now is if you're looking at our timing and scoring, unfortunately Ronefalk's been missed a lap. So in fact, I think more than that, I think Ronefalk's been missed all his laps. So Ronefalk's got a problem with his transponder. It's not on the master timing. I can see he's currently scored second, but we're not going to get any gaps for the remaining 13 minutes, I'm afraid, due to a slight timing issue. But don't worry if you're a Ronefalk fan, he's actually second. He's not out. So Canas leads. Ronefalk is second. Birkenkirch is third. He's about 3 seconds behind Ronefalk. So the lead for Canas is 19 seconds, which obviously makes it much easier. But if you look in the background, there's Birkenkirch. I'm afraid Ongaro is out and flamed and gone at his home track. Ronefalk continues to run in second place. He's been some of the laps. He's back counting again, but he lost 3 laps, so he is actually comfortably in second at the moment. So Canas has stopped and the lead's gone to 14 seconds. The lead's actually not 14, the lead's about 11 seconds because Ronefalk is in second place. Oh, no, is he going to be? And Birkenkirch comes in. So Kilic now takes over in second place. Little wobble. Kilic moves into second place. Bruno Quello is in fourth. Marco Barufalo in fifth. And oh, that's not even the track, even close to the track. Stops and go. Well refereed again by Mark Stitzen there. I think the drivers know there's a referee, so they're not taking the mickey, and that's one of the advantages of a tough referee, is they all know it's tough, and they all know they can't take any liberties, so they don't. They're eager to please. They're like obedient little dogs. They're obedient. They want to please their master, and their master is Mark Stitzen. This is second and third. It's entertaining us. Don't worry about the timing you see on the board. It's wrong. Oh, no, it's not anymore. But wait, is it anymore? He's still not. He's in third. So Ronefalk rolls out of the way, and it's really turned into a bit of a Canas benefit. Birken has made a few errors. I think at the end of the day, possibly you actually add up the lap times. It may just be mostly the errors is why he's leading by 15 seconds. I won't guarantee that, but it might be. Coelho is in fourth, not third. Barufalo's in fifth, not fourth. Just so you know, Ronefalk actually running in second place. In third place. Had a few transponder glitches on the systems, which result the fact they're running 2 timing systems here due to a very political situation. It's surprising, isn't it, for racing? A very political situation that rolled up in the week prior to the event. So they're running 2 systems, and they don't always agree. That's all I can say. They're now on his own with 10 minutes to go. Birkenkirch Again, we've got a very spread out final. I think what we might do is we might have a little look at our leader, if I can see where he is in the track.
Big jump at the back.
So, yeah, Ash, if you can subtly move across the start finish, please, and take the next car. He's already got him because he's brilliant. So there we go. Now here's Canas. Without Burak Kilic in this race, due to issues in both the semi and the last chance, it looked like he had a good chance. Ongaro's mistake or problem on the lap 1 that put him 12th gave him a better chance. The flame out for Ongaro really kind of decided the whole thing.
Okay, 10 minutes to drive, 10 minutes to drive. Race order is still 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Now 5, you're in the 4 position.
There we go. So Canas, 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go. I'm pretty sure he's on for his last pit stop.
Then we have car 8, 11, 6, 10, 12, 13, 4 and 9.
Still, Ronefalk is in third. Oh, my lord, he went on 2 wheels. He lost tenth of a second.
All on the same lap.
Just remind you that it actually is David Ronefalk in third place. It's not Coelho, as it says. Ronefalk has missed a few laps, unfortunately. I think they're trying to give them back to him as they go. They need to give one more, I think. They've still missed one more lap. They've pinged him up another one. One more lap will be the right number of laps. Oh, Birkin's out. Birkin's out. Birkin Kilic is retired as well. We've lost Birkin Kilic. There's the car being run in. Ash, the car's being run in there. And Kilic he's already off the rostrum and gone. And Oscar Baldo as well at the same time. I have no idea where that was linked. That Oscar Baldo and Birkin Kilic went off the rostrum at the same time, but they've both retired. I think Ongaro's gone as well. I'm not sure if they've got Ronefalk. I think Ronefalk may have got his laps back actually, but he actually has fallen behind Coelho. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, oh, and how's that falling off? That is our leader's actually finally made a mistake. So Coelho actually is in second. It's been all going on while we've not been watching, because we can't watch everywhere. So we've lost Birkin Kilic, definitely. We lost Oscar Baldo. We've lost Ongaro. We've lost Battle in a very, very attrition-heavy race. Canas leads. I think Bruno Coelho actually is second. Don't know. Ronefalk's now missing. I think that's just a fuel stop. It's all gone crazy now. There's a serene element to the drift that we're seeing from Canas leading, but everything else has gone a bit weird. Ronefalk is still missing. Is he actually missing or is he on the track? Oh, he's coming around now. It's hard to know what's going on with Ronefalk. He's still scored third on the main scoreboard. So he is scored third on the main scoreboard behind Bruno. So that's the correct order. So Ronefalk is third, not in wherever it is, fifth. Coelho, though, is second. Now, he's only 13 seconds behind Coelho. And Canas has to stop for fuel. There he goes. Now, if that's correct, I'm not sure. That means that Coelho's going to come out about 7 seconds behind. I'm assuming he has stopped himself. So I don't know how Coelho suddenly got quite so close. And looking at the thing, he has stopped. But looking at it was the previous laps. They both stopped very similarly. So that lead will stay at around 13 seconds. That's why. So they both stopped in the lap of each other. The stagger didn't unwind. And the lead for Canas, which is 19 now, will go back down to 13 or 12 seconds. They've both made their final stops. So Coelho currently has second. Ronefalk is third, not fourth. So it's an X-Ray 2-3, an S-Works 1. Waiting for Coelho to get across the line. And the lead, as you can see, is 11.5 seconds. It's been a kind of a subtle domination, isn't it, really? Canas got out, started off with a 3-second lead, and he went to a 6-second lead, he went to a 9-second lead, now he's finally decided an 11-second or 12-second lead. Bruno's just rolled over, so Bruno's lost some time there. So I don't think we realistically think there's much of a chance of a chase for the win. I'll keep an eye on second and third as well to see what's going on there. Let's pick up Bruno for a couple of laps. He's about to go over timing and scoring, Ash. There is the orange car of Bruno Coelho. And you kind of think you shouldn't leave Canas in case he has an accident, but I can't see Canas having an accident. Goes up and round. So I'm not sure how he'll feel about second, to be honest. It's a very good basis for moving forward. Just remind you, we've lost Kilic and Buggy and David Ongaro, both retired. So it's been a bit of a shocker on that front. But it is quite spaced out. Just to give you an idea, across the line now goes Coelho. Third place man, Ronefalk, goes across the line now. He is in third. Ignore what you can see. He's not in fifth. Garofalo is fourth. Parente is fifth. So WRC, I think we're quite pleased with the fourth place if it stays that way. 4.5 minutes to go. Ronefalk's really having a problem with his transponder on the secondary system, but luckily on the main system I can still see where he is. Lead out to 13.8 seconds, 4.5 minutes to go. Let's drop back one to Ronefalk. We'll just see the other cars as they finish their last laps. And obviously we'll spend the last few minutes with our European champion, or retaining European champion-elect. I think it's a tale really of the heat has played on the drivers and it's played on the cars. Birkin Kilic and Burt Kilic both out of the championship due to mechanical problems. David Ongaro out of the championship. Battle's had problems. I think Elliot Boots has got a problem just with the heat and just feeling a bit rough. A lot of people battling illness. Marco Barufalo's battled illness this week as well. When you're doing that in the high heat, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but it's a bit too warm if you're doing this sort of thing, and you should be just lying on the beach having a lovely time. So Ronefalk, another European Championship where he should pick up a podium. He's probably about 7 seconds ahead of Barufalo in fourth. Having a look now, see how far he is. But no, perhaps not. Perhaps only about 6 seconds ahead of Barufalo in fourth. Is Barufalo actually in fourth? I don't see Barufalo. There he is. Actually he's not, because Barufalo, I think. Where is Barufalo? I don't know. Barufalo may have disappeared for a few. I don't know. Sometimes you just can't see who you're looking for. Doesn't help these laps are all over the shop anyway. But okay, here we go. Barufalo still scored in fourth. 3 minutes and 11 seconds to go. There's Barufalo about to finish his lap. So what does that say? Has he had a good one, a bad one? Where is he actually in the situation? Is he still? No, he is still third on our scoring board. Fourth overall, but I think he's dropped back a little bit. Okay, there's 2.5 minutes to go. The only way this result is going to change is if one car's Canas has an absolute nightmare. So just hang with this car, and now we just need to go to the centre of the track. And Canas is about, there you got him immediately. That's Canas, 2.5 minutes from retaining his European Championship. If that engine keeps, in fairness to Coelho, he's brought him back to 8 seconds. So he's closing up quite a lot in the last few laps, but he's going to need a bit more than that. Are we going to get a grandstand finish? Are we? 36.1. I'm not sure if Canas has closed it down or he's got a little bit of an issue. Another 8/10's gone there. Only 3 laps to go, so it's not the end of the world one way or the other. This one and 3 more, I think, we'll get. Probably within 7 seconds now. My guess is that his team are telling him you're a long, long way ahead. Push without risk, as Lena Gade used to say at Le Mans, to her Audi winning team. That time round, 35.9. Quick, but not super fast. Totally within himself. Bruno, 35.2. Yeah, it's just a case it's push against not push. It's going to make this event seem a lot closer than it was. He's led every single centimetre of it, as he went in last for the first set of pit stops. He's not been ahead at any point. The lead's down to 6.8 seconds with 2 laps to go. Listen, 2 more. But that's because he's reined it back. He probably doesn't want to overtake the car ahead of him. Doesn't have to. That time round was a 36.1. Controlled driving from the Spaniard, who's about to add a second European title to his already bulging trophy cabinet, and also add a, Bruno's really pushing. Bruno's got a second faster already.
2.
He's gone a second quicker. He knows what's in going. Oh, Ronefalk. I'm not sure what's happening with Ronefalk because of the problem with the timing and scoring. So Ronefalk is still scored as third for us. So we're going to take that away. Ignore what's saying on the right-hand side. Everything else is fine. So about on his last lap now, 38.0 for Canas that time. He's not going to have a very big lead actually in his last lap. Unless Quello's made an error. No, Quello's also had a bad lap. So Quello had a bad lap. He had a bad lap. It goes down to 35 seconds. Just a few more corners to go for Juan Carlos Canas to retain the European Championship. Up over the big jump for the final time, his 75th lap of the OngaroRing, named after David Ongaro, but David Ongaro is not the winner. The winner, your European champion, is Juan Carlos Canas. Follow him in. Juan Carlos Canas takes the championship. Juan Carlos Canas, European champion, second time.
Yes, super happy.
I mean, you led every centimetre of that race. How difficult was it?
Yeah, it was difficult. I know at the first of the race I have a time for be super fast, but I know at the end of the race I will lose some grip. So I want to push hard I can at the first of the race, and finally it was good. But you see, Bruno was super fast at the final 6-7 minutes.
So at the end of the race, were you playing it safe, or was that as fast as you could go?
I just try go inside the track.
Juan Carlos, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.